Grand Rising, happy Saturday. I'm in the burbs northwest of Houston, Cypress, Katy area. Getting my little errands done early in the morning before the crowds come. I normally don't do errands on the weekday because that's when everything is crowded and when everybody's off work and all the stores are just packed with people. I don't do crowds. I don't do packed stores, all that nonsense. I avoid all that. So, but I'm out and about. Got my little errands done early. And I'm heading back home. And what I wanted to talk about this morning, listen to my talk radio podcast. They were talking about tariffs and how the stock market is functioning during these tariff wars. I am an investor in the stock market, always have been, and this is one of those historical times when you can make money that we'll never see again in the stock market because of this very rare tariff war throughout the world, started by United States President Donald Trump. And it's good in my mind for long term, for American good of the country, for a long term purpose for its capitalism, that he started this tariff war, because we've been getting ripped off by companies. I mean, my fault, not companies, by countries like China and so forth. And it would have been India, because they're rising. India's rising in for production, for consumer goods around the globe. India is rising. They're getting like China. So, and during these tariff wars, I follow the great investor Warren Buffett, who just retired. He's always taught to buy a premier stock, Fortune 500 stock, or whatever stock you're going to buy that's in demand. Buy it when it hits the low. You buy stock when it hits the low. You don't buy stock at the high. With this tariff war going on, a lot of premier stock has gone all the way down when it first started in April. And when you buy stock low, at its lowest point, it's called a dip. That's its lowest point it's going to get to. So you have to watch that stock. And when it gets at the lowest point, the dip, that's when you buy it. So during April, I bought all the stock I wanted. I bought it at a low price at the dip during the tariff war start. It will never get this low again. We will never see stock, premier stock, at this low again due to the tariff war, because we will probably never ever have another tariff war after this. If Trump had not become president, we wouldn't be in a global terrorist war right now. But he's the only business president. Well, he's the only business person who's ever become president, and he knows a whole lot more about business than all the former presidents who know nothing about business. They know nothing about the economy either. And that's why America right now is in so much debt. We're in such high debt right now that we are in a crisis right now. We are in a serious crisis, and if it's not, the tariff's not done, we'll go from the top economic country in the world all the way down. Because right now, we're nothing but mass consumers. Most Americans don't produce anything. Most Americans don't build anything. And that's the problem. Most Americans have become consumers of everything but producers of nothing. And that's why we need to bring more production back to America. Because right now, our kids don't have any innovation. They don't have any place to go work because they've been taught, like their parents, to just be mass consumers. They don't have any skills. People in America don't have any skills. And with the big AI shift that's going on right now, we need more people who have real skills, trade skills, like in AI technology, carpentry, plumbing, electrical. We need to bring this back to the country right now. So I wanted to talk about that on my way home. And as far as making money, people realize this: the banks don't make you any money. The banks use you to make money off you. You don't get any investment by having a bank account unless you're investing in that bank's ETF funds or whatever. A lot of banks. I'm with Navy Federal, which is awesome. I love Navy Federal Credit Union, #1 credit union in the world, and they are awesome. They have retirement stock plans that you can invest in. Unless you're doing that with the credit union, and credit unions and banks are different too. That's a whole nother subject. Unless you're doing that, banks don't make you any money. You make your money by investing into the stock market, people. You buy shares of that company. Now you're a company owner. You're a company owner because you own shares in that company. And the company is going to give you dividends. When the stock goes up, you'll get dividends. That's how you're paid back. So I'm going to end the video that way. And people, don't be afraid to invest in the stock market. That's how a lot of people become multimillionaires. And you invest for a long term, 5, 15, 20 years on out. So that's my talk on my air today. Y'all have a nice Saturday.